Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. Bringing him out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. This is Patrick Mahomes.
Count me, I'll raise my hand. I'm really interested to see what this is going to look like. The league's best defense and how you go about as a quarterback attacking them. I know this. You've got to be on point because this defense makes you earn everything.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4.
32-yard line.
To the air, Mahomes. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Mansour Delaney.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's caught by Hubbard. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the first overall pick in the draft. Help lead Indiana football's turnaround, Fernando Mendoza.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns.
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
They'll take over.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he's in for the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And we only saw this group for 1 snap to start the game, Brock, so hopefully we get a longer look at them this time.
You know, Ken, in a lot of ways, it may even be easier to shake that first one off. They're barely on the field, so it's really a second chance to write the opening series you wanted.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. He's out in the clear. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 38 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now Mendoza. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the red zone now. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
On second down, here's Barkley. That's no way to treat your reigning conference player of the week as they dump him for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here he goes, third and long. They're setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down. Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And it is a first down, Washington. Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. That's going to bring up a Commanders first down.
22 yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down.
And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. Quinnen Williams. 5 sacks in that win last week. Now they've got one here. After the sack, could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And a decent run, gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
They'll air it out on third. Myers with it on the outside. And a good tackle there. They gave up the catch, didn't let him challenge for the first after it. So it is fourth down.
McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And this drive will start inside the 25.
On the return, the Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down.
What I love about that run, even though he got the game ball last week in a huge breakout game for him, he's showing you that determination isn't just about 1 week. He's putting his head down and going.
Second down now for Mendoza. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They've got a first to begin the frame. This is Mendoza. He rolls to his right. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Mendoza working. Big gain downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Deep pass comes up big. 30 yards.
First down.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. First down, a run with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Mendoza now. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he's going to run this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown,
Saquon Barkley with his 10th rushing score of this campaign. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Boswell is good on the extra point. And we're back to even 10 all.
First Boswell set to kick
So we've got a
off.
tie ball game now as they send this away. Back to return this, Naheem Miller-Hines. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He finds Pickens left side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now bringing tight end in motion right. Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
It's a gain of 11. And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinton Williams. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion left. Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. Completed here to Pickens. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw Mahomes. He puts some air under it deep down the left. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. Back deep, it's Kevontae Turpin. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Rams and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. This is hauled in by McLaurin. Drifting ever closer to their goal line as he winds up backwards to his own 5.
Well, that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Mendoza on second. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Third and long for him here. He's got Watson. And he's going to gain a decent bit here. 7 yards on the play, but still well shy of what they needed. As that brings up fourth down. We've got a good one so far. We are all tied up, and we have hit our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Now it'll be a punt on fourth down with Logan Cook out to boot it. Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders set to take over. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
12 yards. That's good for a Commanders first down.
Throwing is Mahomes. Connects again with Myers. And they're going to corral him out of bounds here after giving up about 6 yards on that play. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Handoff here to Gainwell. And he takes this to the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and very short.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. A give right side to Gainwell. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and now they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Here's the snap to Mendoza. Bails out of the pocket quick. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get the big play just before half. 32 yards. Here's Mendoza, 1st and 10. Now 9 of 12 passing the football in this first half. Running right, it's Barkley. Fights his way through a tackle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Quentin Lake making that stop.
24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down. This is Mendoza. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. Small gain down to the 23. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Mendoza. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker in that range. Might we see them go for this 4th down?
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Boswell able to knock it through. And our first half ends with 3 points. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the Browns. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Saints get the hard-fought victory. They win by 2. Next up, let's look in on the Texans and Chargers out at SoFi. And it's the Chargers defense that comes up with the big play here. They knock the football out, force the fumble, scoop it, and they're taking it back the other way. What a game-changing play. Touchdown. The Chargers get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. Lastly, time to take a look at our final impact player from the first half of the season, and we'll give the nod to this man. And it's Jordan Love. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Colts move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5 with this win. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Rodgers. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a microwave.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
It's Mendoza. This is Loveland working the right side. And a good pickup here. Managed about 9 on that 2nd down completion.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. Tried to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Escapes a defender. Shoots another one. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Running back sent in motion. On second down, here's Mahomes. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And out of bounds he goes after a gain of 8. It is third down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and short, here's Mahomes. McConkey's got it again. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, fourth down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
First and 10 for Mendoza. Completing 80% of his passes here in this one. 12 of 15 now and counting. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Second down now for Mendoza. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And this is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown,
Saquon Barkley. He is second in this game, matching his total from last week. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And dodged the tackle. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. Their failure on fourth down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Pickens, the motion man right. Now Mahomes will hang on to it. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket now. They've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Commanders ready for the punt. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Rams take over first and 10.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on this first and 10. Now start this one out with Barkley. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Time runs out before we can get another snap here in this third quarter. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Back now for our fourth quarter. Here comes second and 10. This is Mendoza. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. He's tackled after a gain of about 13, and that gives LA the first.
13 yards.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Running left, this is Barkley. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Mendoza working. Free inside the 30. Connection made. He's inside the 15. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, LA.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Boswell to add the PAT. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Commanders 10. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And the return man is hauled down. And the question now, Brock, is will we be headed backwards here? We've got a flag down. So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of it as they get caught for holding along the way. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, the ball carrier, DJ Reader, brought him down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 23-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air, Mahomes. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Mahomes. Pressured, and he's not going to be able to escape this one. He's brought down back at the 7. Here's Williams again. And that's going to leave this offense facing a 4th and forever 22. Taken right at the 40. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Rams and Fernando Mendoza back out there offensively. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Mendoza escapes the pocket. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Okay, color me a little bit surprised here, Brock. Seeing them throwing darts downfield still, considering the lead they've got at this point in the game, kind of seems like we're running out territory.
Well, you call it surprise. I call it trust. That's what that coaching staff does and believes in their quarterback as they continue to fire away.
Setting up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
Play fake. Here's Mendoza. Headed out right. And he's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Could just feel that one kind of taking shape. Even as he tried to improvise and escape the pocket, there's just nowhere for that ball to go.
Mendoza now. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
And the Rams first down.
Here's Saquon. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Back to the line they come, second down.
37-yard line.
Now Mendoza. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's third down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Rams getting ready to celebrate a 9-0 start. Offense is set, first and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They run the counter to Pollard. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. You know, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
He's got it. What a throw. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown,
Colston Loveland, his 7th of the season. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be... game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
One after from Boswell, he's up and good. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
34, Commanders 10. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Washington offense ready for its next drive as we take a look at what's coming up on their schedule. They'll be at the Giants. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Mahomes.
At the 28-yard line.
He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
18.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body.